key factor for this ball club as the year plays out. I'm sure the staff will have its ups and downs, but if they can pitch like they can, I think this team is going to be pretty successful.
The game's count starting now. Opening day on MLB Network, and it's coming up next. Russell Hilton gets the call to pitch here on opening day in front of the hometown crowd. What's your take on him, Dan?
We're looking at one of the top pitchers in the league right now. Solid win total from last year, and he'd like to win a whole bunch of games in this new season. He's a good pitcher, and he normally pitches good at the beginning of the season, and he rides that storm out all the way through the end. It'll be interesting to see what kind of start he gets off to this year.
First pitch of the at-bat. Lifted the other way to left center. Left fielder giving chase in there, and their first hit of the season is going to be for extra bases. The throw is wild, and it gets away. Pretty boy takes the turn at third. He wants it all, and he's safe at the plate as they take the lead.
Boy, the home fans are loving that inside the Parker. Looked like he was carrying a piano around his back when he rounded third, but he made it. Somebody get him an oxygen mask.
Stepping into the box, Lance Pretty Boy, and he made it exciting early on as he circled the bases with an inside-the-park home run his first time up.
Yeah, Matty, that was a great moment for him and his team, but unfortunately, it's the only run they've...
Oh, hang on now. This ball is crushed into left field, and this one ain't coming back. This ball is gone. It's a two-run shot to straightaway left, his second home run of the game, and with it, the Astros have taken a 3-1 lead.
Well, Dero, you know, they say records are made to be broken, and what a monster year this guy's had.
Yeah, there it is, Dan. Most RBIs in one season. I can't begin to tell you as a former offensive player what that means.
Ready to take his hacks again, Lance Pretty Boy, as he'll look to follow up the two-run homer he launched over the wall last time up.
This guy's having a pretty good week so far in one game. His last at-bat is second home run of the game. We'll see if they'll pitch.
Meanwhile now, this is a drive out to straightaway right field, and it's going to get out of here, a home run. A two-run blast to straightaway right field, his third home run of the ball game, and it's now 5-3.
Well, in hockey, they'd call it a hat trick. Hitting 3 home runs in one outing is a heck of a lot harder and a lot more rare. He's having an afternoon he'll never forget.
Coming to the plate now, Lance Pretty Boy, and he's got a very real opportunity at making some history here.
We all know this guy's a real good fastball hitter. We saw how far he could hit one. He got a fastball that he liked, and he turned that thing around, and it got out of here in a hurry.
The pitch. High pop-up. Lugo waits on it.
Ball, I got it.
And he hauls it. in for the first out of the inning.
And a nice job here to come in and slam the door. That's his first save of the season, but it certainly won't be his last.
5-3 the final score in this afternoon's game. The Houston Astros used a nice fifth inning to take the lead, and they never gave it back. Russell Hilton earns his first win of the season. Marco Lopez closes the door for the save, his first of the year. So that's a wrap for us in this one. Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, Heidi Watney, Matt Vasgersian, we all thank you for watching Major League Baseball on MLB Network. See you next time.
Fans, our final line score this afternoon. First for the victorious Astros. 5 runs on 9 hits. No errors. They left 8 men on base.
We are under the lights as the show gets you ready for another edition of Major League Baseball. Tonight, an intriguing matchup between the Detroit Tigers and the Houston Astros. Major League Baseball on the show is next. Ryan Matthews will be on the mound for the Stros. Dan, any thoughts?
This ought to be interesting to see how this guy bounces back from last year when he had an ERA over 4. I know his team is expecting better things from him this year, and we'll see if he can continue to get a little bit better, limit the number of walks, and also limit the number of hits per 9 innings.
The designated hitter, Clint Pretty Boy.
Hey, come on, big dog, stay up.
First pitch on its way. That finds the zone, a called strike. So, guys, these Tigers, as they begin play here tonight, they started the season out on the wrong foot, dropping one on the road on opening day.
Yeah, Matty, they need to grab this one today.
One down
you
now,
don't want
one
to
down.
drop the
Stay
first
hot,
2
baby.
games of the season. I don't care if it's on the road. I know you're going to have to battle, play well at home. You can't.
He takes it to the opposite field, high and deep to left. But it bangs off the out-of-town scoreboard. And they'll have runners at second and third following the one-out double. And the screen shows the story right there, as that hitting streak will live to see another day. So 2 men are on with 1 man out.
Batting
and
four.
ambling over to the batter's
The
box is
shortstop,
Carlos Correa.
Carlos Correa.
Let's go, kid, one time right here. One down, one down. Stay hot, here you go.
The 3-1. And he
ball
misses
4.
with it,
Take
ball
the base.
4, so that'll load the bases, and now he's really going to need to get a ground ball. Settling in now, Ryan
Batting
O'Hearn,
fifth.
and a golden
The first
opportunity
baseman,
here to give his
number
guys the lead
66.
with 3 men aboard.
Hey, stay hot, huh? Hey, roll 2 right
Now
here.
the 1-1 pitch. Popped him up.
Down the line, halfway. All you, take it. I got it.
Escobedo backs up and takes care of it, 2 away.
Wow, talk about frustrating. Not what you want to do with the bases loaded. A simple pop-up, and nothing productive comes out of that.
You got it. Take the pitch.
So our situation has the bases
Batting
loaded.
fifth.
2 men out.
The
And
third
that'll
baseman,
bring up Alex Bregman.
Alex Bregman.
All right, one time right here. 2 down here.
0-2. Here it is. And he strikes him out. So a missed opportunity at the plate as he strands 3 runners and the side is retired. Astros leave him loaded. Still no score. Standing in now with runners
Now
in
batting,
scoring
the
position,
designated
Lance Pretty Boy,
Lance
and he could give his
Pretty
guys an
Boy.
early lead if he can
Let
come
fly
through
now.
here.
One out now. Get your pitch. Here we go, guys.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Now he goes the other way, and he got a lot of it high and deep to left center field. But that'll stay in the park as it's off the wall. And the run is in to score from third. And time will be called here as the pitching coach heads out to the mound and hopefully try and settle this guy down a bit. Striding into the box, Carlos Correa. Given the situation, he's got an opportunity to break this game wide open.
Correa.
Grounded to third. Reined in. There's one. Relay to first in time, and just like that, this side is retired. Around the horn they go. 5-4-3 to end the threat. We're back to Friday Night Baseball on the show after this. Digging in the switch hitter, Lance Prettyboy, 8th batter of the inning now with the bases loaded and 2 away.
Yeah, we got two down.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. High in the air out to center field.
Score, come on, score.
Lozano is there, and he puts it away as they're able to escape with only limited damage on the scoreboard. So they do strike for 2, but it could have been much worse as they strand the bases loaded. 3 innings complete. It's the Astros 4 and the Tigers 1. Coming to the plate now, Lance Prettyboy, and we'll see what he can do here with a pair of runners on base and 2 gone here in the 5th.
They get the easiest one.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Lined into right, a base hit. Gamble rounds the corner and is headed home. And the throw in gets away from him.
And those are plays that cost you ball games. You're already losing, and then you make an error like that to compound things. That's how things snowball on.
He's hitless in his 2 at-bats so far.
Carlos
Netzel at third. Prettyboy at second with 2 gone.
Big guy, one time. Here we go.
Popped up. Velasco is there for it.
Mine.
And that ends the inning. So 2 runs on 4 hits here. 1 error in the inning and a couple of men.
Prettyboy.
Hey, let her fly, kid. Let her fly.
First pitch coming. Here it is. Hit sharply on the ground. To second for 1. On to first to complete the double play.
That's one of the hardest right there because of the difficult throw the first baseman has to make. And look on to the next one.
And tonight's 1-run game comes to an end, 6-5 the final. The Houston Astros took the lead in the 2nd inning and rode that until the very end. Ryan Matthews earns his first win of the season. Marco Lopez records the save, his 2nd. So that's a wrap here tonight. For Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, and Heidi Watney, this is Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, find us on Twitter at MLB The Show.
Fans, our final line score tonight. First for the victorious Astros, 6 runs on 13 hits. 1 error and 13 runners left on base.
We've got a good matchup in store between the Detroit Tigers and the Houston Astros. It's Astros baseball, and it's next on the show. Michael Dutrumble is on the mound for Houston in this one. Dan Plesac, what do you got?
Hey, we're going to get a chance to look at a guy that he's a little bit up and down throughout points of his career. A career ERA just over 4. When he's good, he can be really good. And when he's bad, well, let's just say he can be pretty bad at times. But it'll be interesting to see which one we see. He's a little bit of Jekyll and Hyde. Hopefully he's going to be a little bit more Jekyll than Hyde in this one here today.
First pitch of the at-bat. Good fastball down around the knees there, taken for a strike. So, guys, these Tigers, as they begin play here tonight, they come in a real funk to start the year. Still searching for what's been an elusive first win.
Yeah, Matty, they lost their last game.
Took something off there, but this is hit well anyway, out to deep center. And we'll have to leave it there as the play is made here to end the inning. 1, 2, 3 go the Astros. We are still scoreless. Ready to go in the bottom of the fourth. And digging in is the DH, the switch hitter, Lance Prettyboy.
Pretty boy.
Plays it one here.
First delivery to him on the way. Now a changeup hit on the ground to shortstop. He's got it. Throw just does beat him to the bag, as that was pretty close. Bottom of the 6th inning now, and standing in is the DH, Lance Prettyboy.
The designated hitter, Pretty boy.
A swing and a drive sent out toward the gap.
All right, going two.
But that'll hit off the wall in left center.
Got two.
And he is into second base with a leadoff double. And as you see right there, that'll push his hitting streak yet another game, as he has been on fire this month. So next to swing the bat will be Carlos Correa, as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield.
Correa.
Come on, big guy, get your pitch, huh?
Here now the 2-2. Grounded softly to the right.
On the
Scooped
bag,
up,
pick up the ball.
and that's out number 1. And now they've got the runner caught in the hot box as he thought about going home. Trying to pick things up where he left off. Lance Prettyboy. He'll try to follow up the double in his last at-bat with another big hit right here.
Yeah, he jumped all over that first pitch last time up. Interested to see if he has the same approach this AB.
This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Gary is there, and they go down in a hurry here as his side is quickly retired. So a 4-pitch inning as the Astros are retired. They still trail it here 2-1.
Well, in hindsight, it was the right choice to let the setup guy stay in the game and finish this thing. I wasn't so sure before, but the results sure speak for themselves.
9-1 is the way this one ends.
Hits. No errors. They left 12 men on base.
MLB The Show's coverage of Major League Baseball is on the air. Should be a good one here this afternoon between the Detroit Tigers and the Houston Astros. It's baseball, it's the show, and it comes your way next. Mike Foltynewicz, a right-hander from Illinois, will be the starter here. What do you have for us on him, Danny?
Hey, it just goes to show you how tough it is to pitch in today's game. This guy has a career ERA over 5. At times he can be good, and at times he can be really bad. It'll be interesting to see which guy shows up in this one here today.
First delivery to him on the way. And that's down into left center for a base hit. This will kick up against the wall now.
No runner, cut it.
He's in at second safely as they jump ahead with a run scoring on the play. Already their second double of this first inning, guys.
Yeah, he's not fooling anybody so far, Matt. Like you said, that's the second double he's given up here. And if he doesn't get things figured out, it's going to be a real short outing.
Batting fourth.
Into the box now, Carlos Correa. And Houston looking for more here in just the opening frame of the game.
Hey, see it, drive it like you can. Let's go. Hey, we got one. Hey, your pitch. Drive it deep. High.
Now the payoff pitch home. Hot shot to third.
Come on, run it out.
And there's out number 2. Now in the box, Ryan
Batting
O'Hearn,
fifth.
runner in scoring
The first
position
baseman.
with two gone.
Number 66.
Hey, come on, guys. Let's go. We got to hold him right here.
This one's down to third. Fielded cleanly. Throw to first in plenty of time, and the side is retired. Astros plate one on a couple of hits. We'll go on to the top of inning number 2. The Astros on top, 1-0. Ready to go for the last half of the
Leading up
inning,
for the
and
Astros,
digging in is the DH, the switch
designated
hitter,
hitter,
Lance
Lance.
Pretty Boy.
Pretty Boy.
Your pitch right here. Let's go, bud.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Hit hard on the ground is short. He's got it.
Dig.
And there's one down now. Bottom of the inning now. And
Leading up
digging
for
in
the
is the
Astros,
big-time power threat,
the designated
Lance
hitter.
Pretty Boy.
Lance. Pretty Boy.
Hey, drive it deep, big dog. Here we go.
First pitch of the at-bat. Watches a fastball right there for strike one.
0-1. Hey, you can do it. No one better. Start it up.
Here's a swing, and oh, man. Way out of here. Solo shot to right center. Fourth home run here in the early going. And the Astros have pulled level now at 3-3.
Well, I'm not sure that ball's ever going to be found. It went so far. One of the most impressive home runs we've ever seen, and the show track numbers are just ridiculous. Get this, the projected distance registered at over 500 feet. Very few balls in history have reached that territory, so expect to see that one on highlight reels for a long time to come.
Stepping in, Lance
Now
Pretty
batting,
Boy.
the
He'll swing it
designated
from the
hitter,
left side
Lance.
right here.
Yeah,
Pretty
man, this
Boy.
guy flexed his muscles on that last at-bat. We heard that he has good power. That last bomb had to go well over 400 feet. He hit it a long way.
Popped him up. Varner is underneath this one, and there's the second out of the inning.
Anytime you can win a game, let alone on the road, you have to feel really good about yourself. It's not easy going into that other
We are under the lights as the show gets you ready for another edition of Major League Baseball. A good matchup here for you tonight between the Seattle Mariners and the Houston Astros. Major League Baseball on the show starts now. Ken Vogel gets the call for game 1 of the series. Dan, any thoughts?
This guy really struggled last year. This season's going to be about a bounce-back year. Real ugly ERA last year. He has a lot to prove to himself and to his teammates that he's a much better pitcher than he was.
You're out. 3. Out. Out.
Now to the plate, Lance Pretty Boy.
Batting
No
third.
one aboard for him,
The
and 2
designated
gone
hitter.
here in the first.
Lance Pretty Boy.
Hey, we got 2.
Pitch on the way. Hit hard to short. Reined in.
Beat it out. Beat it out.
Throw in
Beat it
the
out.
dirt,
beat it
but a
out.
good scoop at first saves an error as this side is retired. Astros go down 1-2-3, and this is still a 0-0 ball game.
Play ball. 3. That's ball 4. He's out. 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 3. 3.
Striding in once again, Lance
batting.
Pretty Boy.
The
He got on
designated
top
hitter.
of one and was a ground out victim last
Pretty
time.
Boy.
And he grooves the fastball there. This is hit high and deep out to straightaway center field. Laguna is on the warning track as he hauls it in for a loud out number 1. Ready for another chance?
batting.
Lance
The
Pretty
designated
Boy.
hitter.
He flew out in his
Lance.
last at-bat.
Pretty
Almost,
boy.
Matty.
Let's go
Almost
right
went
here.
deep his last AB. Certainly just missed it. With this
You're
guy's
scoring, you're
big
scoring, you're
power,
scoring.
he's feeling pretty good at the dish. Look for him to try.
And he'll get there in plenty of time to put this one away, and that leading off the inning, Lance
Leading
Pretty
off
Boy,
for the
and they'll
Astros,
need him to get something
The
going here.
designated hitter.
It doesn't look very
Lance
promising so far in
Pretty
this one
Boy.
as we move into the later innings. Down by a bundle,
plays it one
it's
now.
time to get some base runners and hopefully a long ball to get them back into this one.
Line towards center field. Laguna has to roam straight back, but he has it for the first out. 9-3 the final tally here in this one. Seattle took the lead in the second inning and rode that until the very end. Tyler Glasnow earns his first win of the season. Ken Vogel permitted 6 earned runs to come across in the losing effort. So that just about does it for Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, Heidi Watney, and our entire crew. I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, make your way over to theshownation.com. Well, the lineup was clicking for him in this contest, and the man you see there was a major contributor. For
Our
that,
final
he's the
line score
top
tonight.
player of the game.
First for the victorious
Yeah, he was a
Seattle
big
Mariners.
factor in
9
this
runs,
one, guys.
14
He
hits,
swung himself
no
into a
errors. They
3-hit
left
ball game,
11
so
men on
he was
base.
seeing the ball really well and put some good.
We are under the lights this evening as we get you set for another edition of Baseball on the Show. Ought to be a good one here between the Seattle Mariners and the Houston Astros. Astros baseball starts right now. Russell Hilton, a native of the Netherlands, will be the starter. Dan Plesac, what do you got?
Hey, you always like to begin the season on a
Batting
good note.
third.
In his first start of
The
the year, he
designated
did
hitter.
just that, picking
Lance
up the win.
Pretty
There's
Boy.
nothing he'd like to do more than to get number 2 in this one here.
Left fielder giving chase. He tracks it down, and that will end the inning. 1-2-3 go the Astros. They still trail 1-0. So digging in now, Lance Pretty Boy. He flew out in his last at-bat.
Almost, Matty. Almost went deep his last AB. Certainly just missed it. With this guy's big power, he's feeling pretty good at the dish. Look for him to try and get on something and drive it out of the yard this AB.
High in the air, carrying well out to deep center. Bishop retreats to the track, and he'll put this one away. So a sigh of relief as the side is retired. 2 left for the Astros. They won't make a dent in a 6-0 deficit. Striding in for Houston, Lance Pretty Boy, 0 for 2 on his line thus far.
Designated hitter, Lance Pretty Boy.
First pitch of the at-bat. Hit hard towards center. And that finds some outfield grass. It's a base hit. So the leadoff man reaches in their half of the 5th.
Sometimes the first pitch is the best pitch you'll see all at bat. Definitely coming out of his shoes, aggressive style. First pitch, base hit up the middle.
So here's the cleanup hitter, Ryan O'Hearn. He comes in 0 for 2 thus far. Pretty Boy aboard here at first with nobody out. He's running. Line drive, and that's a base hit into center field. Pretty Boy isn't stopping. Here he comes to the plate. Is in time, and he's cut down at the plate as they team up to gun him down.
He's trying his hardest to help his guys get back into the game, but this time he had no shot. Applaud the hustle, but the decision was a costly one.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Lance Pretty Boy, as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield.
No one better. Let's go. One down, one down. Hey, come on now.
First offering on its way. A swing and a drive sent out toward the gap.
Right on, you're scoring, you're scoring. Here we go, go hard,
but that'll ricochet off the facade out there in left center. And the runner will score from second. The tag, and he's out going for third. But they do take the lead as 2 score on the play.
Oh, you hate to see guys run into outs, especially when it's because of an unnecessary risk. He had 2 all.
Digging in once again, Lance Pretty Boy. He drove in 2 with a double in his last at-bat.
Yeah, and he wound up getting thrown out. But he hit the ball well, and he'll look to do the same thing again right here, boys. It was unfortunate for him and the team the way that play ended, but it was a nice swing.
Line toward right center. And this is into the gap for his 3rd hit of the night, and it'll be good for extra bases. Around second. He's on his way to third. Throw won't get him.
This is one park in the league that sees a lot of triples because of the way it's designed, and he adds another one, heading to third for the 3-bagger.
So now it'll be the 4-hole hitter, Ryan O'Hearn. On the night, he's 2 for 4 with a pair of singles.
Hey, drive him in for us. Let's go. We need you.
The 2-1 home. Into right field. That's a base hit. And now the runner from third scores to give him a very important insurance run. It's now a 9-7 contest.
Dan, that's a huge insurance run right there. Has to feel good as a hitter right there to not only get a ribby knock, but to give your team a little bit of breathing room.
It does, and it makes your pitcher go out there with a little bit more free and easy frame of mind. Man, but you're leading by 6 runs. You can't let that slip away. They were thinking about the celebration in the clubhouse a little too early, and now the other guys are celebrating in that other dugout. This one's going to sting for a long time.
9-7, the final score in this ball game. The Stros rode an important 6th inning to victory in this one. Carlos Rodon claims the win out of the pen, his first. Marco Lopez earns the save out of the bullpen, his 3rd of the campaign. So that's a wrap here tonight. For Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, and Heidi Watney, this is Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, find us on Twitter at MLB The Show.
Fans, our final line score tonight. First for the victorious Astros, 9 runs on 17 hits. No errors. They left 16 men on base.
It's time for baseball on MLB Network. Today, the third and final game in this 3-game series between the Seattle Mariners and the Houston Astros. It's baseball on MLB Network, and it's coming up next. Ryan Matthews will be on the mound for the Stros. What's your take on him, Dan?
Hey, it wasn't a great performance in his last start, but he did pitch well enough to earn the win. We'll see if he can turn in a little bit better performance in this one.
Next up for the Stros, Lance Pretty Boy, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one.
Pretty Boy.
Here it comes. And he gets ahead here with the fastball. Strike one. Fellas, the Mariners entering play here this afternoon. They come in hoping not to fall too deep into an early season hole as they're just 1-5 to start the new campaign.
Yeah, Matty, this is the big one right here. They've split the first 2 games of this series. You want to steal one right here and be feeling good about yourself.
Yeah, D-Roll.
Now he goes the other way, and he got a lot of it high and deep to left center field. And he will make the play out there, and there are 2 away now. Now the Astros designated hitter, Lance Pretty Boy, 0 for 1 here in the early going.
Pretty Boy.
Yeah, boy, good piece.
Line drive, and that's a base hit into center field.
Hey, guys, there had to be something in the scouting report right there. For him to be on top of that 0-0 changeup the way he was, that was pretty special.
Here's Carlos Correa now.
The batter, number 1, shortstop, Carlos Correa.
Hey, need you right here, need you.
Runners on first with 1 down.
He's going.
Runner goes for second. Pitch outside. The throw is going to be far too late. That's a stolen base.
Well, this pitcher's out there just trying to get hitters out, and he's having a hard time doing that. So as a base runner, that's a good time to try to steal some bases. He's probably not as focused on controlling the running game as he should be.
And he is out, heading back to second. Next will be the designated hitter, Lance Pretty Boy, and their runners at the corners now.
Pretty Boy.
2 down now.
Hey, come on, big dog, get your pitch. Get ahead, stay ahead.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Hit hard towards center. Base hit, and that'll get a run in. He pulls into second safely as they also push across a score to make it a 1-run game. And now time will be called here as you see the pitching coach making his way out to the mound to pay a quick visit. So next to swing the bat will be Carlos Correa, as he's got a chance to tie this ball game up with that equalizing run just 90 feet away at third. Comes set, the 0-1. Breaks his bat as this one's popped up.
All right, he's up.
And he barehands it. Remarkable stab, but the run scores, and this game is tied. And it's in time to get him. That'll end the inning, but they do score one on the play. So it's 2 runs on 4 base hits, no errors, and a runner left on. 5 innings complete, and we are tied 4-4. Stepping into the box,
now
Lance Pretty Boy. He'll try to follow up the double in his last at-bat with another big hit right here. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Swung on, and this ball is absolutely crushed. Forget about it. It's up and out of here into the archways. So a 2-run shot to left center. Home run number 5 on the year, as it's now a 6-run ball game.
Well, Dero, you know, they say records are made to be broken, and what a monster year this guy's had.
Yeah, there it is, Dan. Most RBIs in one season. I can't begin to tell you as a former offensive player what that means. You want to put biscuits in the basket, runs scored and rhythm.
Well, the discussion around this game is real easy. It goes back to that big 6th inning when they put everything together. They really broke out there and just brought it home after that.
This one ends with a 10-5 score. The Astros put a 10 spot on the scoreboard in this one. Framber Valdez claims the win at first. So that just about does it for Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, Heidi Watney down on the field, and the rest of our crew. I'm Matt Vasgersian. Thanks for watching MLB Network.
Fans, our final line score this afternoon. First for the victorious Astros, 10 runs on 14 hits. No errors. They left 7 men on base. For the Mariners, 5 runs on 9 hits. No errors. They left 13 men on base. Time of the ball game, 3 hours and 58 minutes.
Afternoon baseball here on the show. It's the home opener of this new season between the Houston Astros and the Detroit Tigers. Folks around here in high spirits. Matt Vasgersian with you on a day that's been circled on their calendars since about midwinter. I'm joined by Mark DeRosa and Dan Plesac. The staffs for these two teams sure to be a focal point as this series moves along.
Hey, just like any team, pitching is going to be the key factor for this ball club as the year plays out. I'm sure the staff will have its ups and downs, but putting together some quality outings early in the season could do wonders for this club getting out of the gate with a good start.
Set for what should be a good one. Lineups and first pitch are next. Mariano Cortez gets the ball for the opener in front of these hometown fans. Dan Plesac, what do you got?
Hey, in a day and age where we don't see very many complete games, 6 really good innings in his last start to pick up the win, and I think they'll be happy if he can duplicate that again in this one.
In now, Lance Dirtbag. He too had 3 knocks in yesterday's win.
Come on, guys.
Dirtbag.
First offering on its way. And a fastball's in there for strike 1.
This guy loves to drop the head on those pitches down and in. I'm shocked he went in there, but he's able to jump ahead and get away with it.
2 out, nobody on. Swing, line drive. That's going to be trouble.
Make the turn. Make the turn.
He's through first and hustling for second.
Cut, hold.
And now he'll get into scoring position with 2 away.
As we take a look at the replay here, you can see that it was a hanging changeup. Nice job of staying back on it, and he's able to tattoo it for a double. And you know, if that pitch would have supplied more velocity, it might have been out of here. He hit it right on the screws.
So a runner in scoring position with 2 men gone. And the former #1 overall pick in American League Rookie of the Year, Carlos Correa, bats next.
Hey, I see it. Let's drive it.
Hey, get your pitch up there. Let's go.
All right, come on now.
1-1. Here it is. Skied into straightaway right.
Turn. Go home.
Reyes will get there, and he puts it away to retire the side. Danger averted following the 2-out double. Back with more of this Thursday afternoon business.
Play ball. 3. He's out. 3. Out. You're out. He's out. 3. Hey, you got 2 down.
To the plate now is the designated hitter, Lance Dirtbag. He'll try to follow up the double in his last at-bat with another big hit right here.
Well, he got a good pitch to hit last time up. Looked for it up in the zone and didn't miss it. Those are the pitches you only get maybe once an AB, maybe once a game, maybe once a week. So he certainly capitalized on it last time.
No, brother, eat it.
There's a hard hit ground ball. Pitcher not able to get a glove on it. Hard single up the middle.
Yeah, watch your lips right there, Dan. Sent it back right where it came from.
So coming to the plate, Lance Dirtbag. He doubled earlier and carries a 2-for-2 line into this appearance.
Hey, see it and rip it up there, kids. See it and rip it. 1 out.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Lozano is back, and he'll get there to make the play for out number 2. Stepping in, Lance Dirtbag, 2 for 3 with a double on his line so far.
Hey, nobody out now.
Hey, wait for yours here.
Here comes the first pitch. pulled toward right center field. And this is going to find the gap for his third hit of the afternoon. This one for extra bases. And this will wind up a closer play than I thought, but he's in there with 2 bases.
When you're leading by 1 run, you want to do everything you can to add to the lead and give your bullpen a little breathing room. It makes a big difference, so double here goes a long way towards making that a real possibility. Always nice to get the first game of a series, but even more so when it's in front of the home crowd. It seems to energize everybody the rest of the series.
3-1 the final score this afternoon. The Detroit Tigers came through late, taking the lead in the 8th to secure the victory. Tsuyoshi Yoshii claims the win out of the pen, his first. Michael Dutremble pitched well, allowing only 2 earned, but ends up taking the loss. Joe Jimenez wraps it up for the save, his second. So that just about does it for Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, Heidi Watney, and our entire crew. I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, make your way over to theshownation.com.
Here now is our final line score this afternoon. First for the victorious Tigers, 3 runs on 8 hits, 1 error. They left 8 runners on base.
MLB The Show's coverage of Major League Baseball is on the air. Today we've got a good matchup ahead between the Houston Astros and the Detroit Tigers. Major League Baseball on The Show is next. Juan Cardona gets the ball for the Tigers in this one. What do we need to know here, Danny?
Hey, we're going to get a chance to look at a guy that is a little bit up and down throughout points of his career. A career ERA just over 4. When he's good, he can be really good. And when he's bad, well, let's just say he can be pretty bad at times. But it'll be interesting to see which one we see. He's a little bit of Jekyll and Hyde. Hopefully he's going to be a little bit more Jekyll than Hyde in this one here today.
First pitch coming. Here it is. And a high strike there, 0-1. So, fellas, these Tigers, as they begin play here today, 4-2 over their last 6 games, including a win last time out. Lifted out towards straightaway center field. Lozano is there now, and he has it. 2 gone. Digging in to try it again. Lance Dirtbag comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game.
This game is rolling right along as we move into the middle innings with no score. You'd think by now one of these 2 teams would be able to get some base runners on and get them in, but that hasn't been the case.
Oh my, this ball is crushed. Where will this one end up? And gone. An absolute bomb. Solo shot to right center. 6th home run on the season for him, and the Astros take a 1-0 lead.
Man, you could tell by the sound of that.
Standing in, Lance Dirtbag comes in 1 for 2 with that home run he hit earlier.
And that last at-bat when he went deep, he turned around a pretty good fastball. So I'm kind of thinking this guy's a good fastball hitter. So I might want to move that ball up and down and in and out and try not to throw it right down the middle of the plate.
And this is going to be extra bases here, leading off the 6th. Digging hard. He's headed for third. And he'll get there as he legs out the leadoff triple.
Yeah, and most guys that hit for the cycle can get a single or a double but struggle with the rest. Not this guy. He's already got the homer and the triple, so the hardest parts are out of the way. We'll see what the rest of the game holds.
Lance Dirtbag will stride in again, and you can bet he'd love to do again what he did back in the 4th. A solo home run here that's been the only long ball of the game so far.
Hey, let her rip one time.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. A swing and a high drive to right center field. A ball that's carrying. Just missed a home run to the deepest part of the yard. It's off the wall. And this throw gets away from him. And he will make it all the way around to score. And cue up the organ music because there was some treacherously bad defense on that play.
The fans are not happy, and I can't blame them. And inside the Parker on that hit, there's simply no excuse for that. And everyone in the ballpark knows it. We'll see if he can shake it off and get out of the top half of this inning. Hey, it's hard to win games at any point, but to win games on the road, especially in this ballpark, so they are very happy with this win.
And the score finishes 4-1 today. Houston rode an important 6th inning to victory in this one. Mike Foltynewicz gets the win on the mound, his first of the year. Juan Cardona pitched well, allowing only 2 earned, but ends up taking the loss. Marco Lopez hammers down the save, his 4th of the season. So that just about does it for Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, Heidi Watney, and our entire crew. I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, make your way over to theshownation.com.
Fans, our final line score this afternoon. First for the victorious Astros. 4 runs on 10 hits. No errors. They left 12 men on base. For the Tigers, 1 run on 3 hits. No errors. They left 6 men on base. Time of the ball game, 2 hours and 46 minutes. Thank you for joining us here this afternoon. And we remind you to please drive home safely.
Afternoon baseball here on the show. Coming up, we've got a good matchup in store between the Houston Astros and the Detroit Tigers. It's baseball on the show, and it's coming up next. Jeffrey Ramirez, a right-handed native of the Dominican Republic, will be the starter. What's your take on him, Dan?
Well, with a guy like him, you're just looking for quality innings. Usually he'll give you 6 or 7, and he keeps the team in the ball game. And when you think about it, what else do you really want from your starter? He's capable of shutting a team down and dominating, but that's not what's expected of him all the time.
Now
at the plate, Lance Dirtbag, 0 for 1 here in the early going.
Right here, one time.
First pitch of the at-bat. There's a swing and a drive hit well out to right field. Looking up is the right fielder. Gone! A solo shot here to straightaway right field. 8th home run on the
Well, it's obvious they didn't change their scouting report after yesterday's game. He had 2 bombs yesterday and another one today. Hey, this pace can't continue, but he's going to ride this wave as long as he can.
Lance Dirtbag will stride in again, and before he takes his cuts here, let's flash you back to the 3rd inning. This was just a solo shot, but it definitely helped get this offense going. First pitch on its way. Pulled toward right center field. Long run for the center fielder, and he tracks it down. Nice play for the first.
Here we go right here. No one
At the
down.
plate, Lance Dirtbag. He flew out in his last at-bat.
Almost, Matty. Almost went deep his last AB. Certainly just missed it. With this guy's big power, he's feeling pretty good at the dish. Look for him to try and get on something and drive it out of the yard this AB.
Gary is there to put it away, and the runner will be forced to retreat back. Stepping up to the plate,
Now
Lance Dirtbag. He's 1 for 4 for the game.
Dirtbag.
2 down. Here we go, right now, fellas.
First offering on its way. A swing and a shot hit down the corner. Would have been a grand slam. Instead, it's a foul ball. He's set. The 0-1. Hit sharply on the ground. And that is into center field as he comes through. It's a base hit. The relay on to second, but he's in safely as 2 runs come across to score away from the play.
I mean, that had to feel good right there, Dan. That's his 3rd RBI of the game and extends his team's lead. They might have this one locked up.
Well, in hindsight, it was the right choice to let the setup guy stay in the game and finish this thing. I wasn't so sure before, but the results sure speak for themselves.
8-1 is the final score this afternoon. Houston came through late, taking the lead in the 8th to secure the victory. Ken Vogel earns his first win of the season. Framber Valdez gets a 4-out save, his first of the year. So that
A player is encouraged to keep developing his complementary skills.
We are under the lights as the show gets you ready for another edition of Major League Baseball. Tonight, we've got a good matchup in store between the Houston Astros and the Texas Rangers. It's Rangers baseball next. Kyle Wright gets the starting assignment for the Rangers in this one. Dan Plesac, what do you got?
Hey, it wasn't a great performance in his last start, but he did pitch well enough to earn the win. We'll see if he can turn in a little bit better performance in this one.
Hey,
At the plate, Kenny Netzel.
And
we are set for baseball here this evening. Underway here in the Monday opener as the game's first pitch misses for ball one. And fellas, you take a look at this Rangers team entering play here tonight. They've got to be considered one of, if not the hottest team in baseball right now. Winners of 8 of their last 10 ball games.
What an opportunity to get a chance to put our eyeballs on one of the best teams in baseball right now. This team has played so well. Their manager has been on point. Every move he makes is working. Timely hitting, great defense, good bullpen. The starters have been on point. This is going to be special.
Nope. 3-0. Good night for scarves and mittens. It's 48 degrees here at first pitch.
Hey, we need it right here. One time.
That one's in there. 3-1.
Finally got one over. Nothing worse than starting the game with a 4-pitch walk.
And he lays off. Ball 4, and the leadoff man is on to begin the ball game.
He's really struggled with his command in this game, no doubt about it. But to make things worse, he just lost one of the fastest guys in the ballpark.
Digging in, Lance Dirtbag. He'll get to take his first cuts here.
Dirtbag.
One down, one down.
Becomes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. He pulls this one high and deep to right center field. Gone into the home bullpen for a home run. So it's a 2-run shot to right center. Home run number 9 on the year. And the Astros have taken a 2-0 lead.
I know hindsight's 20/20, but you can't throw that pitch to that guy. Don't forget, he homered yesterday, so you know he's locked in and ready to roll up there. We'll see if he learns from that mistake.
Ready to take his hacks again, Lance Dirtbag, as he'll look to follow up the 2-run homer he launched over the wall last time up.
And that's been the entire offense so far in this one. They've been shut down other than that.
Two.
Laureano is there, 2 gone.
No run.
Into the box, Lance Dirtbag. He comes in 1 for 2 with that home run he hit earlier.
Dirtbag.
Hey, you got it. No one better. Let's go.
Hey, here we go.
Hoping to limit the damage, here's the pitch. There's a drive out to left center field.
Go on. Go two.
And the runner will score from second.
He's coming. Relay 3.
And the second run will score as they push the margin here to 5-2 now. And he's in there with a 2-run triple.
That's a monster at bat right there. A 1-run lead is fine and everything, but a 3-run cushion feels a lot better. And that's where they stand right now.
Lance Dirtbag will stand in here, but before he does, let's take you back to the very first inning. This was a 2-run home run right out of the gate that really got these guys off to a fast start.
Round it, pick up the ball.
That's in for a base hit. He's now 3 for 4. He'll get it into second, and he's going to make it there. Barely, as he's into second base with a double. Well, it's always daunting to know that you've got to deal with the 3, 4, 5 hitters to start out an inning, but even more so when the 3 hitter starts it out with a double.
Yeah, he's going to have to start making some good pitches to get out of this thing. Job number 1 is to get the next guy, and ideally you keep him from advancing the runner to third with less than 2 outs.
Now batting, Lance Dirtbag. He'll try to follow up the double in his last at-bat with another big hit right here.
Yeah, he did a great job to go down and get that one his last at-bat. But I got to think they're going to pitch him up, maybe elevate something in the zone.
High and deep to right center. Center fielder looking up, still going back.
And it's into the bullpen, a home run.
Solo shot to right center, his second of the game, and the lead is now 7-2.
Second home run of the game right there. He is locked in at the plate. You hear so many of today's players talk about rhythm and timing. Well, he is perfectly on time in the heart of the zone.
Wow, they were banging on all cylinders from the leadoff man to the number 9 guy, the order. They absolutely cruised to a 7-run victory. If it were only always that easy, right?
A 9-2 finish at the end of this contest. The Stros took the lead in the 4th and held on until the end. We are under the lights this evening as we get you set for another edition of baseball on MLB Network. Tonight, Game 2 of this 3-game series between the Houston Astros and the Texas Rangers. Major League Baseball on MLB Network is next. Pete Rucker is on the mound for Game 2. What's your take on him, Dan?
Hey, it just goes to show you how tough it is to pitch in today's game. This guy has a career ERA over 5. At times he can be good, and at times he can be really, really bad. It'll be interesting to see which guy shows up in this one here today.
Coming to the plate now, Lance Dirtbag. He comes in with a 6-game hitting streak to his credit, so he'll look to keep that rolling in this one.
Come on, baby, see you in drive. Here we go, guys.
First offering on its way. Swung on, and this ball is absolutely crushed. Forget about it. See you later. Over the wall, a home run. So it's a 2-run shot to right center, number 11 for him on the season, and the Astros have taken a 2-0 lead.
Boy, talk about when you're hot, you're hot. Hits 2 bombs yesterday and another long bomb so far today. When this guy gets hot, he's near impossible to stop. I'm not giving this guy a pitch anywhere close to hit.
Digging in, Lance Dirtbag. He went deep in his first at-bat. We'll see what he's got in store for us here.
We all know this guy's a real good fastball hitter. We saw how far he could hit one. He got a fastball that he liked, and he turned that thing around, and it got out of here in a hurry.
High in the air out to center field.
Relay, here we go.
Loriano is there, and he'll bring this one in.
Stand up, right here, right here, right here.
And he'll make it up safely to third, so they're at the corners now.
Hey, come on now, guys.
So striding in, Lance Dirtbag, as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield.
Find some green, baby. Find some green.
Hey, have a look.
See it, drive it. Let's go, right here.
First pitch on its way. Line towards center field. And this is going to get down for extra bases, as that'll get one, if not both of them, home.
That a way to find the sweet spot right there. That a boy.
As the pitching coach heads out to the mound, I think this is probably just a case of giving your guy a chance to catch his breath, pump him up a little bit, let him know that he's got it under control.
Digging in and looking for more, Lance Dirtbag. He singled his last time up.
Dirtbag.
First pitch of the at-bat. Lifted in the air out to center field. Laureano will wait on it. And that's out number 2. Now at the plate, Lance Dirtbag. He flew out in his last at-bat.
Almost, Matty. Almost went deep his last AB. Certainly just missed it. With this guy's big power, he's feeling pretty good at the dish.
Round it.
And this is going to get down for what should be extra bases. And there's your potential go-ahead run. The relay throw. And he's in at third base with nobody out, representing the go-ahead run.
Well, not sure the manager was too happy when he rounded second and headed for third. I mean, he's the go-ahead run, and you'd hate to get thrown out.
Striding in, Lance Dirtbag. There's one away. The runner at first represents the potential go-ahead score. Double play is in order, however. Here's the first pitch. A swing and a drive to center field. That one's got a chance. And they take the lead. It's gone. Two-run shot to straightaway center as they've taken a 2-run lead.
Wow, that was a fun one to watch. A great game for guys with the sticks, but for pitchers, not so much. A classic slugfest, and they walk away on top in the end.
13-10, more like a halftime score in a football game. That's the way this one ends. The Houston Astros came out swinging with a huge first inning that really set them up well. Daniel Stumpf claims the win out of the pen, his first. So that'll put a wrap on things here this evening. For my partners Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, and Heidi Watney, this is Matt Vasgersian. This has been a special presentation of MLB Network. Good night, everybody.
Time of the ball game, 3 hours and 37 minutes.
MLB The Show's coverage of Major League Baseball is on the air. Today we've got a good matchup in store between the Houston Astros and the Texas Rangers. Major League Baseball on the Show starts now. Orlando Guerrero gets the starting assignment for Texas in this one. Dan Plesac, what's the word on him?
Man, he pitched really well in his last one without allowing a single run and picking up the victory. Let's see if he can bring that stuff back to the ballpark with him and make it 2 really strong starts.
So stepping in, Lance Dirtbag. He takes his first trip to the plate here, fresh off a 4-hit ball game a night ago.
Hey, get a good one.
Hey, now we've got 2.
The pitch. A swing and a drive sent out toward the gap. Racing back, the right fielder, and it's gone. Solo shot to right center. Number 13 for him on the year, and the Astros take a 1-0 lead.
Well, it's obvious they didn't change their scouting report after yesterday's game. He had 2 bombs yesterday and another one today. Hey, this pace can't continue, but he's going to ride this wave as long.
Striding forward now is the DH, Lance Dirtbag. He went deep in his first at-bat. We'll see what he's got in store for us here.
And that's been the entire offense so far in this one. They've been shut down other than that.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Oh, and he leaves that one right over the plate as this is sent high and deep out to right center field. And it is gone, a home run. So it's a 2-run shot to right center, his second home run of the game, and the Astros have taken a 3-0 lead.
Well, he won his last start, but he didn't give up any long balls. He's already given up 2 here, so he's got his work cut out for him if he's going to get the W in this one. He's going to have to start keeping the ball in the yard for starters.
Ready to take his hacks again, Lance Dirtbag, as he'll look to follow up the 2-run homer he launched over the wall last time up.
This guy's having a pretty good week so far in one game. His last at-bat is second home run of the game. We'll see if they'll pitch him a little bit more carefully in this AB.
Oh, what a stop. He gathers the throw. It's there. He got him.
Big league play in the hole right there, and that's a pretty good example of why getting hits at this...
Lance Dirtbag will stand in again as we flash you back to the early stages of this ball game. There were fans still finding their seats as he launched his second home run of the game as he was off to a fast start indeed. In there, a base hit. The relay, but he'll be in there with a double.
Some guys just lay back and watch that first pitch go by no matter what. Work the count, make the pitcher waste a few pitches. But when he serves up a fastball like this on the first pitch, it's hard not to go out.
Ready once again, Lance Dirtbag. He'll try to follow up the double in his last at-bat with another big hit right here.
Yeah, he jumped all over that first pitch last time up. Interested to see if he has the same approach this AB.
Swung on, and this ball is absolutely crushed. Forget about it. And it's gone as they add still another. 8-4 the final this afternoon. Houston get the win on the heels of 4 home runs.
Fans are final.